All right, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to talk about how in life you can't really get ahead, or it's so hard to get ahead, or you barely have any money to do anything. Not sure what I'm gonna call it videos, but we'll think about it. But yeah, a lot of people, even me, we're working 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and you get your money, but you get money, but it's not a lot. You know, me myself, right? I work about 35 hours. That's probably not a lot. Some people probably work like 40 or 60. I don't know, in a week. Yeah, I think it's in a week. Yeah. Uh, and I make around like 1,000 something, like 1,200 or 1,011 and a month, and that's not really a lot, you know. I can't do anything with that. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I probably spend around $200 to $300 every week. I mean, not every week. My bad. Uh, a month getting to work, paying for rides because I don't drive yet, you know. Um, and it's really tough because you can't really, get ahead, because if I got a better paying job, you know, that paid like more, you know, this job that I'm working at, it pays 12 an hour. If I got another job that paid like 15 or 16, it'd probably be like 100 or $200 more. But that's not really a lot, you know. Maybe if I got a job that paid like 20, 25, that's when like it starts to get good. But I think even 20 to 25 is not even a lot nowadays either, you know. Um, yeah, I just noticed that I see all these people that a lot of people too that they're working so many hours, like they're working overtime. They're taking double shifts and they're still broke. They're not rich or they're not balling. They're mediocre. They're average. I don't see them with expensive ass cars. I don't see them living it up. You know, a lot of them too, surprisingly, still live with their parents. Um, and yeah, like it just sucks the way the system is designed. It's just free designed for you to pay bills, um, pay bills, and that's it. You can't do anything else. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't. I literally bought like what's the word? I bought like two sweaters for myself. Um, so far of me working this job, and it's not a lot. Like you about $20 for both sweaters. Um, but if I want to spend like $100, $200, I have to think about it. That it's very unfortunate. It's like that, but what can we do? I guess Um, you know, I don't, like I actually don't know really know like as time goes on. I don't know how people really get ahead because people that have college degrees and stuff like that, they're not they're not rich either. They're working for like years and years and years to finally pay off their debt, and then once they pay it off, that's when they start making money. But I'm saying to myself like, then what's the point? Like what? Um, people make it seem like, oh, come on, bro, just struggle, get a college degree, and you'll be balling. But that's not the case either. You're in debt for a couple years. Paying it off. You know, people say you could start a business, right? And you can try, but it's not gonna work out most of the time. I try to start a clothing business, um, like a clothing business, and it didn't work out for me. Um, and I also just didn't mess with it because when it comes to like businesses, like when it came to that, I didn't like how I had to like pay. I had to buy T-shirts with my own money, and I had to buy the stuff that you use to put designs on them, um, with my own money. And I was thinking to myself like I'm not making like if I were to sell this to these, I'm not making a whole lot. Like um I can make custom stuff, but I'd probably have to sell it for like mad high to make a profit. Like I'm not. making a lot. You know, I was actually gonna do that at some point. You know, have a clothing brand, but I don't. It's just pointless, man, because you buy the t-shirts and then you buy the stuff to make the designs, and you don't make really any money back. You know, um, people say, what else do they say? I didn't get a trade. Um, I was trying to go to school for like nursing um a couple years ago, like a year or two ago, and unfortunately I couldn't go. You know why? Because I have to take certain classes in order to qualify for the schooling, because it's like a trade school, and I'm like, well, this sucks, you know. So I have to go to a community college and get those classes in order to like get that trade, which sucks. And I probably imagine it's like that for other trades too. You can go to school and then they tell you you don't meet the requirements, and then you want to get the requirements, but it's just ridiculous to get them. I believe too. One time, I was looking for classes that I could take online because I didn't want to go back to community college because I just couldn't. I just didn't like the teachers that much. And this one place I called, they were like, "Oh, classes are like $900 per semester," and I'm like, "What the hell?" You know, who has the money for this stuff? And then people make it seem as well like it's so easy, like oh, just get a loan or something, and you can get the degree or get the trade or do school. Get a scholarship. I don't know crap about scholarships. I heard to get a scholarship you have to like usually be exceptional in like sports or something in order to get a scholarship or something along those lines. I'm not sure completely. Uh, but that's what I heard. Um, yeah, it just sucks, man. You spend all this time at work, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and you're getting peanut crumbs. I haven't bought like a video game in like a while. You know, matter of fact, I haven't bought a video game in like months. Matter of fact, like I literally was on food stamps, um, last month and the month before that, and now they're taking them away because I'm working, but I'm not making a lot. I'm only making like 1K a month, so it's just dumb the way the government is as well. They also don't want you to get ahead. Like I was on disability money, right? And guess what? They're taking away too. So it just really sucks. Even like the government doesn't want you to get ahead. You can't be on disability or SSI benefits or benefits in general and work at the same time. And if you do, you have to like work a certain amount of hours. So like, what's the point? Like, I'm trying to be stacked. I'm trying to like, get the money from Social Security, right? And have money from the job that I'm working. Like be, you know, and be able to get ahead, from that. But no, they don't let you. Um, I really don't know what you can do because I don't know what people be making out here. A lot of people too. They be telling me how like they be working at places that are like far away. They be working at places that you got to drive like 10 miles, 20 miles to go to work. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? I wish I could do that because I don't got a car. But at the same time, I don't even think I would want to do that because it would just suck to like drive. I don't know, half an hour or an hour to work every day. That's just me though. You know, um, I take a ride to my job every day, and when I get there, I'm like, here we go again. You know, and then once I get out, my back is hurting, my feet are hurting. Um, but it doesn't matter. You gotta do it again the next day, right? And the next day, 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 and the next day. You know. Um, yeah, just I guess most people are just poor. They're just living paycheck to paycheck. But it's the way this life is designed. I wish you could get ahead. I wish you could do something, but what can you do? Yeah, thank you for watching.